Well, it better be good or I don't want to look at it.
I know, right?
Right.
So here's looking at you from the front, and we look at x-rays like we're looking at you.
Okay.
So this is your right hip, this is your left hip.
Okay.
This is the rough metal socket, rough metal so bone grows into it. Inside of that is a plastic liner, the ceramic ball attached to the titanium stem in the hollow tube of the bone.
Is that the same as this thing?
Similar.
Wonderful.
Similar idea.
Good.
We put a cable around the outside of the bone just to protect it. It's just there to protect it, but that looks beautiful. Here is the x-ray of just that hip, and same thing, but that looks wonderful. And here is the side view, and you can see we in redos, we do put a bunch of screws in the socket. Your x-rays look perfect.
No
They look
kidding.
perfect.
Isn't that neat? And I'll tell you again that the last 3 weeks or so, I noticed a lot of difference.
Good.
Isn't that
Well,
something?
you can put all the weight you want on it now.
I can.
You can put all the weight you want on it. When you're comfortable doing that with a walker, then you can go to a cane.
Wonderful.
And for the left hip, the cane is in the right hand, okay? When you can walk without a limp, you can get rid of the cane. But if you're limping, you at least have to use a cane.
Do you know what? I think the time I used the cane before, I had it on the same side as the hurt.
You know, for hips, it actually works better in the opposite hand.
I'll be damned. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
This is my daughter-in-law, and you know. Did we meet last time?
Nope, your daughter.
Daughter last time was here.
I'm recording it so she can see everything.
Oh, wonderful.
So the other thing is, it looks like you're not wearing your Tedos anymore, but you don't have to wear those stupid Tedos anymore.
Are
Now,
those
what's
the
pedos?
compression socks?
Yeah. Those are the
okay.
white socks. You don't have to wear them anymore, but you look so good, I don't have to see you for a year now.
You're kidding.
No, sir, I don't have to see you for a year.
Now, you're talking about my face or my hip?
You're both. But I do want to see you in about a year to get a new set of x-rays.
God.
Having said that, I don't care if you have a question or a problem tomorrow, you always feel free to call.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want you reaching down to put on your own shoes and socks until you're 3 months from surgery.
And that is the one that the wife does for me.
Yeah,
I can do this, but I shouldn't do this either.
I'd rather you not put on your own shoes and socks
Well,
until...
you know, I come to think about it, I do this.
I don't, yeah, your left one's probably okay, or your right one's okay, but don't
Yeah.
do the left one until you're 3 months from surgery.
And I agree with you, and I don't.
Any questions, either you guys?
He does. He wrote down some.
No.
He has a notepad.
Well,
Okay.
if you're through with the hip, I have questions about me.
Yep, go for it.
Okay.
That's super good news about your hip.
It's really good
Yeah,
news.
really.
It is, and that's what I wanted
We
to
were
hear.
worried with the infection that he had with the hip, that it wasn't going to heal.
No, it looks beautiful.
That's awesome.
Moses Lake has 3 towers, and 3 of them have gone broke since I've been laid up. Okay. My knee.
I want to remember that one. That's a good one.
My knee, well, yeah, it's been probably 2 years that they said that there was, and my doctor, Dr. Paraso,
Yep.
did this. It is arthritis. Oh, and damn it, and so at that time I got an ointment,
Yep.
and it works.
Go for it.
But maybe I'm going to have surgery in here someday. My question
No
is,
rush.
I got that. You answered my right there. Now, as you know from my records, my back, they refused to eat. Well, they refused 2 years ago to even do any work on it. Now, I don't work or anything, but I notice more now laying in bed and maybe driving up here that the back, but it's right down the back. So
Yeah.
I can tell so much different than I can the hip.
Yeah.
And it's right down the back. So I just exercise it some and I get along pretty good.
Good.
But I know down the road when I get outside starting to, do some trimming in the yard and so on, that the back's going to bother me, but I know all about it. So if I wore a back brace, would that bother the hip?
No.
That was my next question.
No, sir, you can wear a back brace.
Good. I'm doing pretty
Those
good,
are
aren't I?
Those are, here's a video, those are good questions, Butch.
And my next question was, how long before the cane?
So you can go to a cane now,
You already
but
told-
you have to use a cane if you're limping.
I go along with that. I don't mind the cane at all. I
Good.
used it before.
Do you have a preference on the style of cane? Like, I've seen them with the 1 prong or the 3 prong or the
Doesn't
4 prong,
matter.
doesn't matter, okay.
Okay, I didn't bring, well, this ointment that I use, I also have it in my neck that was diagnosed by a different
Yeah,
doctor.
go for it.
And it works, but I didn't know, do you know, I mean, what would you use maybe as an ointment?
Well, there's-
Or that's not your field,
Well,
maybe?
this stuff called Voltaren gel is probably what it was, and you can get it over the counter. You don't need a prescription. for it.
And I do get it over the counter. I get 3 of these tubes for $5 every month.
So, well, who prescribed it for you?
The doctor for this out of Moses Lake.
Yeah, I would just call their office. If you can't remember what it was, call their office.
Oh no, I still got it. I
Yeah.
didn't write it down for you. was
You
my
can use it.
problem.
You can go ahead and use it.
And I could ask them if they have anything better or worse, and they should give me.
Yes, sir.
And it's
But
just, it's an ointment that you take, Butch?
Yes.
I'm
And
thinking it's probably Voltaren gel, but I don't know. So
it has a long name.
diclofenac gel or
pH maybe something.
it could. But look at. But you can go back using it. I'm not worried about your hip now.
I am still using it, and it helps.
Keep using it then.
And I know when I keep using it, and when I get going, it's gonna be so easy to get up on that bar stool. You won't believe this. Anyway, I'm done with you.
All right, man. Well, you have made my day.
Made my day, I'll tell you.
You
Now-
made his half year, his
Now,
year.
now, just because I don't have to see you for a year, I don't care if you have a question or a problem tomorrow.
Okay,
You always feel free to call.
and I will. I
Okay.
might even just come in.
I'd be happy to see you. All right, guys. Virtual
Now,
handshake.
do we have paperwork to take home?
Like post appointment
Yeah,
or?
we're having trouble getting it to print. I can
Okay.
try it, but there's really nothing special.
And
There
I-
isn't anything special to.
No.
I have a quick question, just about the, infectious disease, people, he's taking antibiotics
And I want you to take those antibiotics
For-
ideally for a year.
for a year. My question is, and I don't know if this is true, I'm just butting in, Butch, but for a
No.
while, he had told me that he was starting to get kinda itchy in his back,
Yeah.
and I don't know where else.
So if that persists, work with the infectious disease people. But ideally, I'd really like you on an antibiotic pill for a year.
Well, well, this last month or so,
Been better?
this itching did not come above the skin.
Oh, it's
And
better.
it itched on the inside, and it came up the arms, and then it went down the legs.
Is it better now?
And yes,
So ideally, I really want you on an antibiotic pill for at least a year.
that's fine, I'll do it. If it gets real bad, we'll talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Thank
Take
you
care,
so
guys.
much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You've made my day.
You made my day,
You
boy.
made a lot
Any
of
questions, though,
people's
you always feel free to call.
I will. I'll
All right.
come on in here, I'll bring a 6-pack for us.